Hi Product Hunters, my name is Dominic and I'm co-founder of API Chap. And today we're launching MCP-Builder.ai. Many of you maybe have heard of MCP, the Model Context Protocol. That's a new standard specifically designed to connect your AI agents with any application, with any system out there. And with MCP-Builder.ai, you are able to build your fully flexible MCP server in natural language connected to any system in just a few minutes. So let's start building. In this demo, I'm going to show you how you can create an MCP server that is able to create tickets in your ticketing system. Head over to MCP-Builder.ai and let's describe what we actually want to build. Let's create an AI agent that is able to create tickets in Jira by the user's input. The input is a summary. Let's add a text, the issue type, and let's add the project key. So in which project we want to create the ticket. Let's head on. We already have the description right here. Let's continue. And second step is we're going to add the data source. In our case, that's the Jira REST API. I have actually already prepared it in Postman. As you can see, it's the Atlassian REST API, quite simple, a call to create a new ticket. So I'm going to take the curl and just copy it over. Let's add a short text. Use this curl to create new tickets. That should be enough. Very good. Next. So now MCP-Builder.ai is analyzing your requirements as well as your data source, in our case the REST API, and is coming up with the first draft of our MCP server. It's going to create tools. Tools is something that your AI agent in the end will be able to call. So it's already done here. We have a new post tickets endpoint that creates the new Jira tickets for us. Only going to take a few more moments until the workflow is actually generated. So it seems like the generation is done. Let's have a closer look on what we actually see here. This is our workflow. So every time the tool is called, this process is going to be processed step by step. So first of all, it's going to take a look in the check required. It's going to check if some parameters are available. And then it's going to call the Jira issue create fulfillment. I think this is the interesting one for us. We can also head over to edit, where we could theoretically adjust it by ourselves, but we're also going to see a bit more details. So for example, in the header section here, we see a description, create a new Jira ticket. This is the MCP description. This is something we give to the LLM when it's running, that the LLM knows, okay, I have this tool available to create new Jira ticket issues. When I need it, I can call it. Then we have some properties here, like summary, description, everything that we basically described. These are the input parameters that need to be sent. Then our fulfillments, let's head over to the create Jira issue one. And here we see we have a request to the URL from our curl. We have a post request with a post body. So that looks all pretty good, like we described in our curl. I think that works. So we're gonna, before we head over to running it, let's head over to the testing section. So we want to actually test our workflow before we put it out there and really connect it to our LLM agent. For the testing it, we're going to need the auth token, which is the Jira access token. I have prepared it earlier. I can link also the documentation where you can and how you can create that yourself. And then the 4 input parameters. We have a description here, task, TP, test project, in our case, and a title. So I'm going to just add quickly 4 minor things here. Click start. Now we can actually test how it goes through. And in the end, we should have our Jira ticket available. The first fulfillment is just some checks, so nothing really to see here. Let's continue to the next step. This is now the API call to Jira. And we get the result here. And we actually have a new Jira issue URL. So that looks pretty good. Let's head over to Jira to see. Refresh. And we can see our ticket here. Perfect. It's a title. What we basically just created, a very simple, easy, pretty empty ticket. So let's head over back. Testing worked. That's all fine. So I think we can run it. Let's head over to run. And now we can decide on how we want to actually run our server. We have 3 options available. We have the local one, std.di. That's what we're going to use right now because we want to run it in Cloud Desktop. Just start it locally. We could also choose on-premise with SSE, which basically gets a containerized application that you can start on your servers. Or very soon, coming soon, we are working on it really hard, is the fully hosted version where you can just click start and you will have it running pretty much fully hosted in a few seconds. So for us local today, so we're just going to download our file. So the download is complete. I've copied the file already to this MCP folder right here. It's a zip file. When we open it, we will see this is our jar file. This is the stdio-based MCP server that was generated as well as with a README. So we're just going to use the jar file, copy it out real quick. And now we have our MCP server ready, and we just want to connect it to cloud. So let's head over to Cloud Desktop. Good evening, Dominic. Perfect. Before we connect it, let's see how it works. What happens when we don't have an MCP server? So could you please add a new Jira ticket to our Jira application? So now, since it doesn't have the MCP server yet connected, it will probably tell us what it does here. It's not able to do that. It can guide us through, tell us how we can do it, but it will not actually be able to actually create a ticket for us. So in order to connect our MCP server now, we head over to File, Settings, Developers, Edit Config. Then we have our Cloud Desktop config JSON file, which we're going to open. And in here, this is the MCP server configuration for Cloud Desktop. I have already prepared the snippet that we're going to add. You can also find it on the Cloud Desktop documentation page. Let's replace it right here. Quickly take a look. So we have MCP servers. We can also add multiple actually. Our Jira ticket connector, Java. This is our command. And here we have to enter. Let's have a quick look how the file is actually called. Yeah, this one. Here we have to enter the jar file. I have already added the env variable right here for our Jira. So last step, restart Cloud so it can read the MCP server documentation file. And now we should already be ready to run it. We could also take a quick look to the settings again, if it is configured correctly. So we have the Jira ticket creator right here. It's running and it looks good. So hi, are you able to create Jira tickets for us? What it does now is it checks all the tools it have and should come up with, yes, I have a tool for that. I just need the following field: summary, description, issue type, project key. So let's create a new ticket. Let's add a new Jira ticket to the project TP, which is our test project. Let's make it a task directly. So the LLM would actually know that this is a task type to the project TP. The issue is launch product hunt tomorrow. Please generate a best practice description with common task we have to do. So it will not only create a new Jira task for us, it will also generate a description, a nice launch, and a nice summary and all that things. So it's already calling the tool. Let's see if it actually works. We have to allow it the first time. So it did generate quite a nice description. The Jira task has been successfully created. It sounds pretty good. So let's head over to Jira. And let's see if our new task is ready. Yes, launch product hunt tomorrow. The title is a bit funny. But when we open it, we see the full description here that it generated pre-launch checklist, verify product hunt submission. That's all pretty nice. Launch day activities. So quite some tasks we have to do. Good.